Yo, what's going on guys? Arekkz here, welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter Rise, and in this one we're going to be taking a look at the Dual Blades preview that Capcom dropped today. If you guys missed our first video, then we went over the bow, and basically Capcom are dropping the weapon videos like they always do in their sort of pre-launch run-up to a new game. They show off some of the new moves, and honestly this is super exciting. We get to see new moves, new armor sets, it's just incredibly hype. So let's not waste any time, we're going to dive in and talk about the Dual Blades because this shows off two new Silkbind moves and just some cool behaviour. So to begin with, the hunter in this situation is wearing the Somnacanth armor, and this looks so cool. Like the Dual Blades look fantastic, the armor looks fantastic, I love the design behind it. Also, since Somnacanth can actually kick out sleep breath, these are actually sleep Dual Blades. You can see from the attacks you have that sort of little sleep cloud that comes out. So you know, Dual Blades and sleep, it's always a nice combination. You know, status or abnormal status on those fast attacking weapons is always very nice. So that makes me incredibly excited. Also knowing that Somnacanth weapons are going to have sleep on them means that is that going to be a return for the Naptime Ninjas? Can I get a Somnacanth Charge Blade with sleep? Oh yes please. But anyway, that aside, we of course start off just with, you know, basic moves that you're used to. The intro sequence shows off like little snippets from the Silkbind moves too, but it starts off with some familiar combo paths that we're normally used to from the Dual Blades. We of course also see that using the wire bug to launch yourself into the air, which typically costs you just one wire bug charge. From there, mid-air, you can of course draw straight into Demon Dance, and you can then go straight into the kind of spinning cartwheel attack that normally goes down the monster's back. So honestly, this is actually going to be quite nice to more reliably perform that, because you know, if you typically do it in World, you have to do it by cartwheeling your way off of a ledge, but this time you can just literally wire bug yourself into the sky, go into demon mode, and then just spin down their spine. So that's going to be very, very nice for kind of reliably pulling that off. After that, we then get a look at our first Silkbind move, which is called the Shrouded Vault, and this looks incredibly cool. This is the one where in previous gameplay, before we got a name for it, we likened it to the sort of adept dodge from Generations. But to quote the official website, this says Dancing Blades of Vengeance. This hurls you forward in a designated direction, so keep in mind you can do this sideways, and if you get hit whilst in motion, it triggers a spinning attack. So it really kind of is like Adept in that respect. It's sort of like a dodge slash counter in that you can just use it evasively to get out, but if you do it and evade into an attack, then it will basically follow up with a spinning attack, which is going to be pretty nice. It allows you to be really aggressive with the weapon, and as you'll see with the second Silkbind move, aggression is definitely going to be the name of the game for the Dual Blades, because the second move is called the Piercing Bind. Now this one says death by a strand of silk, and this one's really interesting. So again, we saw this in the very first TGS gameplay, and they mentioned sort of like loosely speaking how it works, but they've actually given some more clarification on this. So the website states that this pierces a target with a kunai that detonates after a certain amount of time. So you throw the kunai into them, you're then tethered to it with your, you know, silk attack, so to speak, and if you then land further hits where the kunai is lodged, it racks up extra damage that scales with each hit, and at the end of the duration, the kunai will detonate, and it actually deals more damage based on the number of hits you did at that location. So you can kind of see this almost like Rise's version of a weak spot, temporarily, because at least from what they've shown so far and the fact that Clutch Claw is not making a return, I'm assuming the weak point mechanic has gone, but effectively you throw the kunai into it, it then gives you a spot that you should attack to deal more damage, and of course then that ends with a detonation which deals more damage if you attack that location. Quite whether this works for your team will of course remain to be seen. It'll be really interesting if everybody can like pile onto that location. Yes, it might lead to people being tripped, but still, regardless, whether that's something that everyone can take advantage of or whether it's just you, we'll have to wait and see, but that is basically how it works. So very, very cool, and of course you can see what I mean now by the aggression side of things, because you basically want to stay in there, attack that location as much as you can to get the, you know, massive bang for your buck, so to speak. But anyway, there you go. That's a little rundown on the Dual Blades video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Of course, be sure to keep it locked, because assuming the rest of the videos drop later on this week, then we've got lots of stuff to look forward to. This is the schedule that the website lists, so you can see this is the order I assume that the videos will be going live. So for those of you guys waiting for Charge Blade and Hunting Horn, you're going to have to wait a little while longer. Assuming it's every single day, then that'll be Sunday. But either way, very excited, so keep it locked for plenty more. so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget, if you haven't already done so, you can join the Arekkz Gaming Discord. We've got an awesome community over there with so many different channels for you to chat loads of different topics and different games. I'm in there, the team's in there if you guys want to chat with us, find people to play with. It's just in general a great place to be. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of our future uploads.